Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Just wanted to talk a little bit to you guys about things I've been thinking about because I thought, who knows, maybe what I'm thinking about might help people out, or maybe it might help me out to talk out loud. So lately, I don't know, I've been in a bit of a funk, I guess you could say, and I think that's okay. People go through moods and mindset mentalities, almost like seasons sometimes. We can be very high, energetic, confident, and then like the summer, bright, open, flourishing, and then we can go into the kind of winter dark periods where we're less confident, depressed, less energy, more self-conscious, slower, and that's okay. The world goes in cycles, and so do we personally. So it's okay that we go through these ups and downs. And what I wanted to talk to you about, I guess, is how it's important to admit when we're in those down periods. It's so easy to get caught up in things and be so focused on the image you project about who you are and how successful you are out into the world that it's okay to admit that you're not doing well all the time. I've been guilty of this myself where deep down I don't feel the best. I don't feel like I'm living up to my potential. I'm unhappy about certain things, and when people ask me how things are going, I kind of lie and say things are going well. And maybe things are going well in certain regards, but as a collective whole, I don't feel like things are going well. So why do I lie to people and tell them that things are going well? I think, as I mentioned, it's very easy to get caught up in the image we project and to almost feel like we are failures if we're not always at our best and always feeling happy and good. And I think it's okay to sometimes admit that we're in those low cycles and those winter periods where we're not feeling so good. Things are bothering us, and it's okay to admit that, because when we try and force ourselves out of those periods by ignoring it, just yeah, being ignorant and trying to look away. When there's things that are bothering us and we won't look at them dead in the eye, they tend to drag on and affect us for even longer. So it's very important to admit when we're not doing well. You never know how that's going to manifest. It's just good to be truthful. It's okay to not always be doing perfect. And yeah, me myself, I don't feel like I've been living up to my potential the last few years, to be honest, and that's been kind of eating away at me. And lately, I've been making small changes to move myself in that right direction, but as a whole, I don't know that I feel very happy. I feel like I've taken this character who has a lot of potential to be good, and I've kind of morphed it into something that's not so good, and I've been very disappointed in myself, and that's something that's hard to swallow. And the only thing that's made it easier for me to kind of to admit that, to admit that to myself, and to kind of move past that and move forward. Because when I wouldn't admit it, it was harder to move past. Um, I've done a lot of bad and incorrect things in my life, kind of cultivated those evil fields, I guess, if you will. And I don't think I've lived up to my highest potential over the last few years. And that really bothers me. I want to be my best self so that I can impact the world in a greater way, so that I can share these things and help others grow to be their best selves. And just admitting it is kind of the first step. If I'm not being honest, how am I going to move forward? In dishonesty, it doesn't seem right. So, yeah, make sure you're honest with people. You don't have to go into full detail or whatever, but sometimes, if you're hanging out with friends, and I mean, personally, I can be kind of, I see myself as having two different sides. I can be very bubbly and outgoing and charismatic, and then other times I can be very reserved and quiet. And and I think sometimes, like when you're hanging out with friends, and maybe they're looking for that one side of you, it's okay to just say, I know this is what you need from me, but right now I can't give it to you. I hope you can understand, and that's okay. So it's important to admit when we're not doing well because it helps us get over those hurdles and move in the right direction. So yeah, I feel like I've dwindled the last few years, but that being said, making this video, talking out loud about it, makes me feel better, makes me feel like I'm going in the right direction. I've kind of found new meaning in life, and I feel very grateful, to be honest. All hope is not lost. I'm still 27 years old. I have a lot of life left. There's a lot of things I can do with my life. And we shouldn't dwell so hard all the times, but to ignore that we've made mistakes is also a mistake in of itself. So just wanted to talk about that and share these thoughts that I've been having lately because it kind of helps me feel better to get it out there, and I never know who it's going to resonate with, as sometimes I stumble upon things and they just profoundly impact me. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what you're up to, what kind of stuff you want to see, what you might be curious, or what kind of things you might wonder about me or what I think. I'm always happy to give my input. Really appreciate your love, your attention, your just you being you, watching these videos, not watching these videos. I appreciate you. So thank you so much, guys. You guys really you make it all worthwhile. So thank you for listening. Just remember, it's okay to be honest, to admit when we're not doing so well, because when we do that, it makes it that much easier and quicker of a process to get back to doing well. So just keep that in mind, guys. Hope you're doing well. I want to get back into making videos, vlogs. I feel good when I'm being creative, so I'm gonna try and do that more often. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Stay based. Take care.